Self-love is the new sexy, the podcast devoted to helping you overcome life's most painful and stubborn challenges so you can feel great, have more energy, and live stress-free every day. To reach your full potential, simply work with the powerful spiritual principles that are readily accessible to everyone. It's easier than you think, and on today's show, W. Mark Watts is going to show you how starting with self-love is the key to joyously and harmoniously making that happen.
Hey everybody, it's W. Mark Watts. I want to say hello, welcome, and thank you for hanging out with me for another episode of Self-Love is the New Sexy. And real quick before we get started, just wanted to make a kind of quick teaser announcement. I am putting something together that I think is going to be very helpful to a lot of people in our community here. I've had kind of some special requests or some comments, and some people have placed some ideas in my head. So working real hard to come up with some new options, new ideas. And as soon as I can solidify those thoughts, I will give you guys a heads up so that those who are interested can take part in the new activities that I'm dreaming up right now. So stay tuned. We got some great announcements coming. So today's episode, I want to talk briefly about something that is very important on our journey, which is keep moving. Keep moving. So this has been kind of on my mind for a couple of days at least. And as I'm, really trying to think of things that really can get you off the place that you're in right now and basically move you into the space that you want to be in, that you want, wherever you want to play. It's not rocket science, but there are some really fundamental things that have to take place in order for us to make that change, make that move, make that transformation, and get from point A to point B, which is where we all desire to be. We're all looking to make more money, have more fun, live more life, be our best, be a better person than we were the day before, help more people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Be a better parent, be a better friend, a better brother, sister, son, daughter, whatever the case may be. And when I boil things down, this is just one of the fundamental elements, and it is keep moving. So we've talked about various other aspects of, getting started, and it can be tough enough. Getting started can be challenging because there can be so many questions, and we can be used to not starting, or we can be used to starting and stopping, which I'm raising my hand right now because I'm definitely guilty of starting and stopping. There have been multiple times over the years, especially before I really got started, really found my groove, found my niche, my mission, my passion, that I would start something and stop it, start it and stop it, start it and stop it over and over and over again. And I got so frustrated with myself because I had these great ideas and these great plans, and I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, wanted to work for myself, I wanted to make more money, I wanted to find a community, build a community, I wanted to travel, and I would start it and then I would stop it. Now, I'm not going to get into the multiple reasons why we do that. There's a lot of subconscious things at work there, and maybe that can be a great episode for maybe later this week. But right now, I want to focus on just the main pillar of what we're after, which is once we get that idea, or once we get the impetus to start a project, it's super important that we keep going. Real time for me right now is I've created space, or I'm creating space, because I've started 3 different projects. And so now I've added 3 projects to what's already pretty much a loaded schedule the way I like it. I have it structured the way I enjoy working right now. And so now I've thrown that kind of into mass chaos because now I have three great ideas that I think will be very useful for me and for my mission and be next level, next step type things for me. But now that I've received the concept and the idea and I've kind of fleshed them out, I'm still fleshing them out, but it's hard to find that time to devote to them because they all require a great bit of time to get them going. So now that I've started, I spoke about earlier, now that I've started, the task for me is to keep moving, keep going on them till they're completed, till they're launched, I've got them up and running. And how do I do that? So what I've had to do is I've had to scale back some other activities. One of them being one-on-one coaching. I have to scale that back so that I can have the time to create, to develop, and to get these up and going. So I need to be very consistent in moving toward these projects. So I don't want to belabor this point too much because I'm sure that you all get it. But I just wanted to speak on it today because it is so, so, so important that you keep moving on your goals, on your dreams, with your ideas, your thoughts. And for many of you out there, if you're like me, then what I had to do was, even in those times when I was stopping and starting, starting and stopping, I should say, when I would start the project, stop it for whatever reasons, whether it would be money, whether it be time, whether it be fear, whether it be the fact that it failed, whatever the case may be. The one consistent thing I will say about me over the time is I did keep going. I did keep moving. Even though one project stopped, I would come up with another one. And then I would start it and stop it. And then I would come up with another one. And so that one consistent thing was I kept going because I always felt in the bottom of my heart, real deep in my heart, that I was supposed to do what I'm doing now. I just didn't know how to do it. And so it took me time. It took a while. And that's why I want to invite you to really keep moving once you start something, because it's oh so important. Because again, if you don't keep moving, if you don't build some momentum, if you don't, if you continue to stand still, stand in place, let fear keep you from moving forward, you'll never get there. We'll never get there. I'll never get here if I had stopped completely. We'd never meet. I'd never do this podcast. I'd never coach the clients that I coach. I'd never create the programs. I'd never travel. I'd never speak in venues that I enjoy speaking and connecting with people. So it's super important to get it going, and it's just as important to keep it moving. So I'm going to end today with just this, this one point again is just once, regardless of what it is, as long as you feel that it's something you're supposed to do, that, it's really important to you and it can really help you and help other people. It's that next step for you. And, it's really going to move the needle, to take you from where you are right now to that next step. Because many times we stop things because we don't see the finish line or we don't see the super big payoff. And what we have to realize is that oftentimes it's just that small step. It's, that big payoff is the result of a bunch of small steps en route to the big payoff. So yeah, it's great to have that big goal, but that goal is broken down into smaller steps. And so when you start a project, when you take that step forward, that's just what it is. It's a step toward that bigger goal. And if we keep moving, we go from that step to the next step to the next step. And when you look back, you not only made progress, but before long, you will be making a lot of progress toward reaching that big goal, and then you reach that goal, and then you can reset and create a new goal. But it all starts with the fact that you have to keep moving. So ask yourself this question. I invite you to ask yourself this question. What goal, what in my life right now, what have I started? What is it that I need to keep moving with? What is it that I need to keep moving on? How can I keep moving? So that's the great question. Matter of fact, yeah, that's the real great takeaway from today is this question right here. You should jot it down, put it in your phone. Anytime you have some questions, ask yourself this question. How can I keep moving on this project? How can I keep moving towards my goals in my life? How can I keep moving toward, and then you fill in the blank, whatever it is you want to accomplish, want to change, want to transform. The question is, how can I keep moving on it today? What step can I take to keep moving on my goal? So that's it, folks. I'm going to get out of here, keep moving myself. So thanks for hanging out with me as always. Check me out on social media, wherever you find me. Send me a note. Let me know where you're going to keep moving on. Let me know where you might be stuck. Just let me know how you like the show, or just say hello. I enjoy connecting with you all, as I always say. This is a conversation. This is not a dialogue. So I truly enjoy speaking with everyone that takes the time out of their day to reach out to me. So I'll talk with you all again very soon. Be good. Keep moving and keep listening. All right. Talk to you later. Bye now.
You've been listening to Self-Love is the New Sexy with W. Mark Watts. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell a friend. Also, make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to our show on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you listen to podcasts.